Right over here. Good morning and welcome back. Welcome to the extra class, right? So today I'm going to finish the discussions in 5 minute book. Now, up to now, we finished yes, Tuesday. I finished up to petty cash book. Just only the idea. Now today, we need to finish the petty cash book, bank account, bank reconciliation, bank account, purchase journal, sales journal, and general. Is it clear to you guys? Right? Okay. Now, first of all, what I want to tell you, I already gave you a homework, right? I think you can remember. So I gave you a homework. This is the home, right? So I already informed you to do this one, and let's start from here. Right. So this is a petty cash book. So what is the requirement? Petty cash book and the ledger accounts, right? So first of all, I'm going to draw the petty cash book. Now in here, you need to remember the structure of the petty cash book, right? So I think you can remember the structure of the petty cash book, right? So in debit side only, uh, when it comes to petty cash book, debit side only, receipt and LF. Can you remember, guys? Right? So these are the columns in debit side, and this is the place where I separate debit and credit, and also in here date. Right? So now in we are going to do the credit side, date, description. Right? So after description, we can identify the voucher number, right, and the value. Well, right? And also we need analysis column. I told you to take how many analysis columns? I can remember four, right? So I told you to take four analysis columns like travel, postage, and travel, postage, sundry, and ledger accounts, right? So four analysis columns, right? So these are the analysis columns: travel, postage, sundry, and the other legit, right? So these are the analysis columns, and also after that LF in credit side also. Here now this is the part. Nice. So on top I'm going to write this is the right petty cash book, petty cash book, right? So in here date, right? Sorry, receipt, LF, LF, right? Date, description, right? Petty cash voucher number. So voucher number. So value means the payment, right? These are the analysis columns, right? Travel, postage, sundry, and ledger accounts. And also this is the L. Easy clear to guys, right? It's really easy, right? And also other than that, in here what is the requirement? Ledger accounts. Required to prepare the ledger accounts also. So I'm going to prepare the ledger accounts as number 2. So I need to take the so now before preparing the ledger accounts, we need the cash book also, right? Cash book coming under payment book. So before preparing the ledger accounts, let's prepare the cash book also. Now you know the format. I'm going to use only the T format. Clear, right? So we already uh, learned this one. So in here, I'm just going to draw the T format under cash book, right? So then we can quickly finish it. So this is the cash book, right? And also ledger accounts. Also, I'm going to use the T format, ledger. So this is the ledger heading. You know, actually we need three analysis columns, ledger accounts minimum, right? Because there are three analysis columns, we need three ledger accounts. So when it comes to ledger accounts, it will be differ based on the calculation. Clear? So we need to understand it by considering the calculation. So in here, let's draw like only three ledger accounts till that. So I'm going to use the T format, right? This one, and so I think there are like 4, 5, right? Okay. Now let's move. Think this is cash book, right? Okay. Now beginning, starting from the beginning, right? So in here, you know, now first one, petty cash impress 3,000. Now in here, petty cash expenses of 2023 March 2,700. Clear, right? And also these are April month transaction. Okay, you know, first of all, petty cash impress reimbursement, right? First of all, petty cash impress reimbursement. But before reimbursing the petty cash impress, you know, first of all, we need to identify the April month opening balance. How much? Now, since the petty cash interest is 3,000, during the March expense 2,700. So, what is the balance available? 300. Clear? So, in here, first of all, you need to write balance brought forward in here. Uh, balance brought forward, it's rupees 300. Now, as the first transaction, you know, I'm writing the date in here. So, cash book credit, petty cash book debit, but we write the date and description in credit side also because no any date and description for the debit side. So, we reimburse up to the amount expense in March month equal to the amount expense in March month. Clear? So, cash book credit, petty cash book debit. So, in here, number one, so you need to write petty cash book. This is the reimbursement, 2,700, right? Now, in here, what we need to do, we need to write the different uh, calculations in here, different expenses in here. April month. Now the reimburse up to the 3,000. Postal charges 50. You know, it's when it comes to postal charges rupees 50. So under value and also under postage. In here postage, right? And also next one, travel expenses 250. Number 3, travel 250. It's coming under travel. Okay, done. Then the paid to Kamal 700. You know, paid to Kamal in here. Now, paid to Kamal means, you know, Kamal should be a creditor, right? That's why we are paying to a creditor, right? When we pay using a name, so he's a creditor. Clear? So that's why we do the payment in here. How much? It's rupees paid to Kamal 700. So you know, it's coming under other ledger. Why? Under ledger accounts, what we write. So things we need to separately things we need to uh, uh, separately debit to the ledger. Clear? That's why we record on the ledger. Okay, right. So paid creditor Kamal 700. Right. So travel charges 300. So number 5. Travel charges it's rupees 300. Write it under travel 300. Right. And also carriage inwards 800. Number 6. Carriage inwards. Can you tell me where we write carriage inwards? What is the analysis? Ledger, right? Carriage inwards, paid to creditors, purchasing small value assets, everything coming under ledger accounts, right? So 800 coming here. Done. Then stamp charges 100. 100. So you can write under postage, right? And also paid to Viran. So Viran should be also a creditor, right? Creditor Viran, creditor Viran, right? So how much? It's rupees 250. 250. So Viran also coming under here. Others, are you there? Please turn on the videos, right? Refreshments 100. You know refreshments coming under sundry. Refreshments coming under sundry. Right? Done. Then finally travel charges 50. Right. Okay. Now these are the transactions in here. You know now when it comes to analysis column, දැන් අපි analysis column එකක් ගද්දී අඩුම තරමේ දෙපාරක්වත් repeat වෙන්න. දැන් විභාගයේ analysis columns දීලා නැත්නම් අපි බලන්න ඕනේ මොනවද ගන්න එක. තේරෙනවද? දෙපාරක්වත් දිය වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් ඒක ගන්න කොහෙද කියලා? sundry කියන එක. තේරෙනවද? Right? Alright. Okay. Now in here what we need to do, we need to balance this one. First of all, you know what we do in here, we get the total in here, right? So first of all, what we need to do, we need to get the total in analysis columns, and then we can take the balance carried down and balance board forward concerning the this total in here, right? Right. Okay. Now in here, when it comes to postage, it's rupees how much? Postage, it's rupees 150. In here it's 600. In here 100. In here 1750. So when it comes to this total, it's 2600, right? So now we can take the balance carry down and balance board forward. So yeah, I'm going. This is right. Sorry. Oh, මෙතන ඇන්දේ නැහැ මොකද අපි කලින් ඇන්දන්නේ, right? Okay. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් පළවෙනි ledger account එක full format එකෙන් අදින්න. cash book එකත් primary book එක නිසා full format එකෙන් අදින්න මේ මේව නැතුව මොනවාද? discounts නැතුව. මොකද මේකේ discounts නැති නිසා. අවුලක් නැහැ. Right? Okay. Now in here, you know, we need to get the balance. Are you there, guys? Right? Can you hear me? Right? Okay. Now let's get the total. You know, debit side total, how much? It's rupees 3,000, right? So we write it in the credit side also, it's rupees 3,000, right? So in here, you know, when it comes to expense amount, it's rupees 2,600. So 400 balance carried down. Am I clear to you guys? Right? So in here, this side also, uh, 400 you can write. 400 you can write, balance brought forward. So again, you know, we reimburse up to the amount equal to the expense. So how much? It's 2,300 cash book credit, bank account, may sorry, cash book credit, petty cash book debit. It's rupees 2,600. So in here, what we need to do? Petty cash book debit, cash book credit. Done. And also what we need to do in here, we need to prepare the analysis columns. Once we prepare the uh, we need to now we need to debit the analysis columns total to the ledger accounts. Can you remember, guys? Right? What we do in here, you know, the double entry of petty cash expenses, petty cash book credit, relevant expense account in the ledger debit, right? Since this perform the dual function, only one entry coming to the ledger, right? So let's take, so when it comes to this one, uh, travel 600, postage 150, travel charges 600. You can write petty cash, date at the end of the month or the time duration, and also postal charges. It's rupees 150. You can write as petty cash. Is it clear to you guys? Right? Postal charges also done. Then sundry 150.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
It's a carriage inwards in the travel alternate expenses.
Carriage inwards කියන්නේ final accounts හදද්දි වෙනම item එකක් දෙන්නවද? ඒතොර වෙනම අපි ඒක debit කරන්න ඕනේ. දැන් ඔයා දන්නවා carriage inwards එනවනේ මතකද P&L එකේ purchase වලට මතකද? Opening stock plus purchase carriage inwards අපි ඒක travel වලට දැම්මොත් carriage inwards travel ලස්සේ හැංගෙනවා. එන්න. ඒතර අපිට final accounts ගද්දී අපි trial දැන් මේවා balance කරලා trial balance එකට එනවනේ. දෙන්නවනේ. trial balance එකට එන්නේ නැහැ carriage inwards. එන්නේ නැතුනම අතනට final accounts ගද්දී අපිට specifically පෙන්වන්න බෑ. දෙන්නවනේ. ඒක නිසා අපි carriage inwards specifically identify කරන්න ඕනේ අපිට final accounts වලට වෙනම element එකක් විතර ගන්න. දෙන්නවනේ. right? Okay. Petty cash. Right. So this is also done. Then you know, Kamal 700, carriage inwards 800. So we need 3 ledger accounts. creditor Viran, right? Am I correct? Yes. So in here both petty cash, petty cash. So in here, creditor Kamal, how much? Creditor Kamal 700, carriage inwards 800, 700, 800, and also creditor Vidan 200. Finish it up to here and raise your hands. If you have any matter, let me know. I'll show it to you. Finish up to here and raise your hands. Then let's move to the bank account. Ayodhya, Ayon Sitna, Seya Kavin. Right. Okay. Once we finish, raise your hand. So if you have any matter, please ask it. Now this is the petty cash. If you need, I can send a picture to the group also, right? Make sure like payment to creditors and also carriage inwards purchasing different assets, right? Small value assets coming under separate ledger. So I'll give you an interval right around 11, 11:15, right? So let's continue till 12, right? So today we need to finish everything. Done? Okay, Sitma and Ayo, you need more time, let me know. Sorry? Done, right? Okay. So write the heading bank account. What is the topic? Bank account. Right. Write the heading bank account. Right. Okay. Uh, this bank account represent represent yes, this is revision, right? Uh, bank account represent uh, current account account transactions from business perspective. And also, when it comes to bank account, uh, it's an asset account from business perspective. And also, we can take two things, right? We can take two things. When his balance is a debit balance and also credit balance. When it is a debit balance, you know it's a favorable balance. Credit balance, unfavorable balance. Which means this is an overdraft. Right. Now let's write the double entries. Okay, guys. Right? Right? This is double entries. Right. When it comes to double entries, okay, I'm going to ask you questions, right? Uh, Deposit, cash in bank account, and also deposit. I think done, right? This part. Okay, guys, finished. Quickly write it and tell me. Represent current account transactions from business perspective, and it is an asset account. If it is a debit balance, favorable; credit balance, unfavorable. So in here, we need to know that you need to know the double entries in here. So when it comes to double entries, I'm going to ask you few things. First one, deposit cash in the bank account, and also next one, uh, deposit checks in the bank account. First one, deposit cash in the bank account. You know the double entry. Cash book, credit, bank account, debit, right? So bank account, debit, cash book, credit. And also you need to tell me this one. What is the source document? Cash deposit slip. Next one, deposit checks in the bank account. I can broadly divide it into two, right? Same date, right? And also date, right? So when it comes to same date, bank account, debit, relevant account, credit. So if it is later till we deposit, cash book, debit, relevant account, credit. This is the receiving. When we deposit it, bank account, debit, cash book, credit. Is it clear to you? Send me a thumbs up. Are you there? Like, right? Okay. So what is the source document? Check deposit. Check deposit. Here. Is it clear, you guys? Right? So the uh, right, right. Next one, right. Done. Okay, guys. Right. Uh, Next one, right. Uh, Issuing checks. Can you tell me the double entry? Relevant account debit, debit. Relevant account debit, bank account, and also next one, dishonoring checks. I'm going to divide this into two. Can you tell me the source document in here? Payment voucher. Clear? Right. Dishonoring checks can be broadly divided into two. Dishonoring deposited checks and dishonoring issued checks. Is it clear, you guys? Right? So, what is the double entry of dishonoring deposited check? When we deposit the check, bank account debit. When it comes to dishonoring, bank account credit. Relevant account debit. මොකද අපිට ආයි චෙක් එක දුන්න එක්කෙනා asset එකක් විදිහට identify කරනවා. තේරෙනවද? එයා සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට debtor කෙනෙක් තමයි දෙන්නේ. Right? So, relevant account debit, bank account එක credit වෙන්නේ අපි deposit කරද්දි debit කරා. Now fine. When it comes to dishonoring, we need to remove, right? So when it comes to dishonoring issued checks, when we issue checks, bank account credit. When it is dishonored, bank account debit. Because salary අතරම අඩු වෙලා, right? So bank account debit, right? Relevant account means mostly this is a creditor, right? Creditor's account, credit. Why we need to again establish the creditor as a liability. What is the source document? Check return notification. Check return notification. Done. Once you finish, raise your hands. Now I'm going to, guys, better if you can turn on the videos. Done, right? Okay. Yeah, take your time. Once you finish. Now I'm going to give you 10 transactions. Clear? You need to prepare a bank account and tell me the things. Clear? Right? So let's do a bank account also. Then we can have a clear idea about bank. So this is what I like think. Messages. Can I drink milk? No worries. You can drink. Even you can eat. අය මොකද සසල කාලා කිරලා වගේ. ඒ බලන් ඉන්න. ඉදිමතද? Right. හරි. කෑව උදේට කට්ටිය. කාලනේ. right go අනිත් අය ඉන්නවද? දේයා තරුෂ්ණන් එක්ක. එකත් හිටිය. right. කාලනේ ඉන්නේ නේ. හොලන්නේ නැහැ. right. හරි. okay. Now I'm going to give you 10 transactions, right? So you need to prepare the bank account, cash book, and the ledger. Here, right? Easy. Don't take it as difficult. So I'm going to this which I prepared, right? So you need to tell me write the answers, right? Okay. Write example. Okay. Example. Below are the write with me uh, balances of uh, Sahan's business. Sahan's business as at 1st January 2024. Cash balance rupees 500,000. Then debtor balance is 300,000, and also creditor balance. Creditor balance rupees 100,000. Now I'm going to write 10 transactions. First one. Yes. Prediction. Opening a bank account by depositing rupees 100,000. Right. Number two. receiving a check from debtors rupees 50,000, check number 501. I want to tell you something, guys. Please turn on the videos before moving to other one. Right, what I want to tell you. Now I'm going to prepare a book for financial statements of a business and financial statement and adjustment entries. Clear? Right? Like only a tune, uh, including like 30 pages, right? 20, 30 pages, because we need to minimize the writing part in financial statement adjustment. Clear? Then we can move to the calculations quickly. So next week I'll send it to the group. You can take a printout. Clear? Right? So around like 20 to 30 pages, right? So I'm going to include more calculations other than the things in the past papers, and which my calculations also. Okay, so then we can start it from the calculations. Easy, clear to you guys, right? So next month, first week, I'm going to start the financial statement adjustment entries, right? Okay, right, right. Number three, just to give right? Right? So next one, issuing a check to creditors rupees 10,000, check number 001. Number four, depositing check number 501 in bank account, right? Number five, issuing a check uh, for rent rupees 70,000, check number 002. Bank has informed that check number 002 uh, was this, right? Number seven, receiving a check for commission income commission income rupees 100,000 and deposited deposited on the same date. Check number 308. Another 3. 8. Issuing a check to creditors rupees 100,000 subject to 10% discount. So the check number is 003. 003. Right. Number 9. Deposit cash in the bank rupees 10,000. Final one. Receiving a check from debtors rupees 10,000, allowed discount rupees 2,000, and deposited on the same day. Check number 778. Required bank account number 2, cash book number 3, ledger account. Once you finish the writing, please raise your hands. Right? So once you finish the writing, please raise your hands. If you have any matter, please let me know. So in here, we need to prepare 3 things, right? Yes. Sir, can you show me the upper part? In here, right? This one, right? Uh, which one? Transaction number? What is the transaction? Opening balances? Shall I send a picture to the group? Right? Wait. Just wait. Start it. I want the bank account. But in here, when you are drawing the bank account, make sure you need to draw the bank account with discounts column. Same thing. Why in here there are discounts? So what are the columns? Date, receipt number, description, LF, discount allowed, and the value. Date, voucher number, same thing, same as the cash book. But when you are preparing the cash book, no need discounts of columns because in here no any discounts relevant to the cash book. Okay? So just only the cash book is enough. Giving 5 minutes, then I'll do it. So I want the answer. Can you tell me the balance brought forward in bank account? Tonic වගේ වැඩේ කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. සින්දුවක් කියනවද කවුරුද? එකක් කියන්න. තුමිරි පාන්න කියන්න බෑ. Right. දෙන්නත් බෑ නේද? No need discounts for cash. So no need discounts columns for the cash.
සර් ක්‍රෙඩිටර්ස් ලගේ බැලන්ස් එක එන්නේ මොනවද?
Oh no.
ක්‍රෙඩිටර්ස් ලගේ බැලන්ස් එක එන්නේ ඩෙබිට් සයිඩ් එකේ.
creditors වගේ balance එක එන්නේ debit side එකද කියන්නේ.
ඔව්.
balance කරන්න එපා. balance ඕනේ නැහැ. balance කරන්න මේක විතරක්. right? So the extractions නෙමෙයි තියෙන්නේ. කුලියව දීලා නැහැ. just balance only the bank account. It's enough for me. right? So මොකද creditors ලගේ balance එක debit වෙනවා ඇත්තේ. මොකද මම නිකන් හැදුවේ extractions ledger accounts balance කරන්න එපා. cash book ඕනෙත් නැහැ. bank account එක විතර balance කරන්න මට ඇති. So I'm drawing ledger accounts in the T format. So I asked to prepare as number one the bank account. Okay. So name it as number one bank account. Number two cash book. Right. Number three ledger head. So when it comes to bank account, date, receipt number, description, LF, discount allowed, value, date, voucher number, description, LF, discount received, value, cash book, date, receipt number, description, LF, value, date, voucher number, description, LF, value, and also under ledger. So we know there are two main things. Now, if I ask to prepare the trial balance, you need to write opening capital also, clear, right? Now in here, since no need to prepare the trial balance, no need to calculate the capital. If there is any guys, listen to this carefully. If there is any necessary requirement to prepare the trial balance, you need to get the asset total or in under opening balances. See in here out. Now you need to now there are only one asset, right? Two assets, 800,000. One liability, 100,000. So 800,000 minus 100,000 means 700,000. You need to open a capital account in the ledger and write it as 700,000 on the credit side. Clear? Since there is no requirement to prepare the trial balance, no. Clear? If not, trial balance will not tally. Right. So we need debtors, right. Shall I start? Okay. Right. Now let's start this one. Starting from the balance. In here, cash book balance how much? 500,000. And also you can write debtor balance 300,000. Under debtors account, you can write balance brought forward 300,000, right? And also creditor account, you know, it's 100,000, right? Okay, done. Now let's write the transaction. First one, opening a bank account by depositing 100,000. What is the double entry? Cash book credit 100,000. Bank account debit 100,000. Cash book credit, bank account debit. Number one, cash book rupees 100. Is it clear to you? Right? Next one. So next one. Receiving a check from debtors 50,000, check number 501. Any information regarding the depositing part? No. So till we deposit it, we write it in the cash. Clear? So since there is no any information regarding the depositing part, so what you need to do in here, just write it under. Let's see. I've got the answer also. Okay. Write it on the cash book. So cash book debit 50,000, debtors account credit 50,000, right? Cash book debit 50,000. Yes. To debtors account 501. Within brackets you need to write, right? 50,000. So in here, debtors account credit. Number 2, cash book, it's rupees. Clear? Right? Okay. I think I need more spaces to. Just 170. Another 170. So I think it's 170. Is it 170? Bank account BBF? Let's see. Discounts with record tip other. Right? Okay. Let me see now. Debtors account credit 50,000. Cash book debit 50,000. Right? Check number 501. Just write the check number in the cash. Right? Done. Next one. Number 3, issuing a check to creditor 10,000, check number 001. When we issue a check to the creditor, right? How much? 10,001. So you know in here, bank account credit, right? It's number 3. You can write creditor account 001. It's rupees 10,000 without discount. So quickly go to the creditor account. We need to debit the creditor account. Number 3, bank account, it's rupees 10,000. Then number 4, depositing a check number 501 in the bank account. So when we deposit check number 501, it's rupees 50,000 in the bank account. Cash book credit, bank account debit. Clear? So credit the cash book. It's number 4, right? Am I correct? That's number 4. Yes. Cash book credit, uh, bank account debit 501 50,000. Debit the bank account. Number 4, cash book 501 rupees. Here, right? Okay. Cash book balance can only bank account itra balance ka, right? And the other one, next one, issuing a check for rent 70,000, check number 002. Uh-huh. Number 5, rent account 002, right? 70,000. bank account credit, rent account debit. Right? Rent account debit, it's rupees 70,000, number 5. Done. And also number 6, bank has informed that check number 002 was dishonored. When this was dishonored, you know, so we again now, when we issuing a check, we thought rent expense increase. Athram increase vela? Nah. So we need to credit the rent account and debit the bank account. Bank in salary adu vela? Right? So bank account debit, number 6, rent account, you can write a dishonor rupees 70. Right? Number 8, number 7, receiving a check from commission income 100,000 and deposited on the same day. So commission income 100,000, right? So 308. 308 commission income 100,000. So number 7, commission income 308 rupees 100,000. So commission income account, right? Commission income 100,000. It's rupees. It's number 7. Yeah. So it should be bank account, right? Right. Number 8, issuing a check to creditor 100,000 subject to 10% discount means now issuing 90,000, right? Issuing 90,000. So in here, it's number 8. In here, issuing to who? Creditor, right? So when we are issuing subject to discount, so 10,000 discount, 90,000 is the amount. So to creditor account 003. So quickly come to the creditor account. Debit bank account, it's rupees 90,000. Right? In here, number 9. Deposit cash in the bank 10,000. You know, when we deposit cash in the bank, cash book credit, bank account debit 10,000. So bank account debit Number 9, cash book, it's rupees 10,000. Yeah. And also final one, receiving a check from debtor 10,000, allowed discount 2,000 and deposited on the same date. You know, it's like this. So bank account debit, how much? 10,000. Allowed discount 2,000, right? So in here, number 10, you can write debtors account. Can you tell me the check number in here? Check number 778. 778. Guys, turn on the videos and wait, right? So in here, credit the debtors account, number 10, 10,000. You can write bank account, right? Ion and Sigma, are you there? Right? You guys are doing, right? Okay. Now this is the end. Now what we need to the bank account. So in here, what we need to do, we need to record the discounts also, right? So quickly, let's record the discounts in here. So in here, discount allowed 2,000. In here, discount received 10,000. Am I correct, guys? Right? Okay. So only discount allowed account debit, only one debtors account credit. Discount allowed, discount received. It perform only a prime book function, so we need to write the both double entries. Discount received allowed account debit 2,000. Debtors account credit. Each and every debtors account should credit. Since only one debtors account, we need credit. Only one transaction. Okay. Discount received account credit 10,000. Creditors account debit, right? So quickly write, it's coming under 2,000. You can write discount allowed account in here. It's 10,000. You can write on the transaction date, right? Discount sorry, the credit, this should be debit side, right? Sorry. Debtors balance should be in credit side, debit side, right? So it's 300,000, right? PBF. Clear, guys? Right? So this should be in debit side. Okay? Right. And also, finally, now when it comes to balancing part, can you tell me the total in here? It's 340,000. Am I correct? Right? So it's 340,000. I trust you here, right? Okay. 340,000. So these guys are telling it's 340,000. And once we balance it, balance it, 170. 170,000. Correct, guys? Right? So BCD 170, BBF 170. Okay, and I think you can remember, this Discount columns only perform only the primary book function. These are memorandum columns, so we need to write the board double entry ledger. It's clear, right? Okay. Once you finish, raise your hands. Kavin, Shritika, Sita. Right. Okay. Now, done, right? Sitma, have you finished? Can you show me the cha book, cash book, right? Sorry, it should be cash book, right? Yeah. Fine. So, fine. This is the cash book, and these are the ledger accounts, right? Debtors, creditors, rent, discount, commission income, discount allowed, and discounts. Okay. Right. Okay. Right, guys. Turn on the video quickly. Now, giving 5 minutes is enough, right? 5 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. 10, 10. No, no, no. 10, 10. Only 10. Right. So only 10 minutes break. So now it's 11:05. Huh? යෝගේ ගිටාර එකක් තියෙනවා සින්දුවක් එහෙම අහන්න පුළුවන්. මේ මෙතන කියන්නේ කෑ. මේගොල්ලෝ කියන්නේ ගිටාර එකත් එක්ක. Right? එන අවුලක් නෑ we on the guy. Right? Okay, now it's 11:05. Come sharp 11:50. Right? 11:50 now I'm going to start, right? Okay. So from 11:15 to 12, 12:15, 12:10, 12:15, right? So purchase journal, sales journal, general journal. Clear? Right? Okay, guys. Right, okay, guys. Welcome back. Right. So now we are going to start purchase journal, sales journal, and general journal. Listen to this carefully. Now you know when it comes to purchase journal and sales journal, general journal, it perform only the primary book function. Can you remember? So both double entry should record on the ledger heading, right? So you need to clearly know what are the transactions we record under purchase journal and sales journal. You know, credit purchase of trade stocks record under purchase journal. Understand, right? Credit sales of trade stocks record under sales journal, right? So it perform only the primary book function and also record after deducting the trade discounts. Can you remember, right? We record transactions after deducting what trade discounts, right? So in here, can you remember like the condition 6/10 net 30? Can you remember, right? Sorry, like 10 slash 30 net 60. Again, given 60 days, when if you settle within 30 days, receiving 10% discount. Can you remember, right? So I'll explain it when we do the past papers. So this is the double entry when it comes to purchase journal. It perform on the primary book function. At the end of the month, we debit the purchase account and we credit to the relevant creditors account on the transaction date. So when it after deducting the trade discounts, when it comes sales journal, debtors account debit, relevant date, and the sales account credit transaction. Clear? So then I'm going to give you an exercise uh, by combining both purchase and sales, right? It's enough, right? Okay, quickly write this and raise your hands. Once you finish the writing, raise your hands. Right. Okay. Just wait. Turn on the videos, guys. Okay. No, past papers this Tuesday, next Tuesday, right? Right. Done. Now I'm going to give you uh, 5 transactions. I want to. You need to prepare these things. Okay. Write an example. Example. Uh, Below are the transactions of Ravimal business. These are Ravimal's business transactions. First one, purchasing stocks, purchasing trade goods, right? Purchasing trade goods is purchasing trade goods from someone's business under invoice number 501 501 rupees 10,000 trade discount pence. Number two, uh, selling goods to Kamal uh, rupees 40,000 on credit basis. Invoice number 703 and trade discount 10%. Number three, purchasing goods from someone on cash basis, rupees 7,000. Number four, sold goods to Kamal on cash basis, rupees 40,000. Number five, final one, purchasing goods from Amal, rupees 90,000. Invoice number that, right? Required number one, purchase journal. Number two, sales journal. Number three, ledger account. So no need the full format, just show the T format. I think you know the format. Date, description, and left value, ledger account. Just use the T form, right? So quickly draw, write the exercise and raise your hands. Then I can draw it. First of all, write it and raise your hand. Be careful, guys. This is on cash basis. Clear? So 3 and 4 on cash basis. So be careful. So finish writing the exercise, please raise your hands. Then I can draw it. Dipma and Tarush, Avin, once you finish the writing, raise your hands. Please do. What is this? Right. Now, first of all, you know, number one is purchase journal. So you need to know the format. Can you tell me the format? Date, invoice number, description, value and L. Date, invoice number, So in here, first number 2 is sales journal, right? Number 1, purchase journal. Number 3, ledger accounts. But before drawing the ledger accounts, I'm going to draw the cash book using the T format. Only since you know now, right? Examination, you can draw this cash book. And also after that, I'm going to draw the ledger accounts. Number 3. Right. So, can you tell me the format of purchase journal? Date, invoice number, in here supplier, so keep more lines to the value, more spaces, right? Value, ledger page, value, date, invoice number, custom. Clear? Right. Now, first of all, am I clear to you guys? Can you hear me? Are you there? Right? Okay. So, just wait. Right. Now, in here, so when it comes to first one, purchasing trade goods from Suman's name, I like it as Summons, right? Summons business, right? Summons business, purchasing from who? Summons business under the invoice number 501 10%, 10,000. Trade discount is 10%, right? So when it comes to purchase journal, it's number 1, right? Invoice number also Roman number 1, no anyhow. Purchasing from who? Someone. He is a creditor, but though the amount is 10,000, we receive a 10% discount also. 10%, 10,000 minus trade discount. So 10% means 1,000. So it's rupees 9,000. Is it clear to you guys? Right? So on the same date, we need to open a ledger account for creditor Saman. We credit on the transaction date number 1. At the end of the month, we debit the purchase account. So write it as purchase account. It's rupees 9,000. We record after deducting the trade discount. Is it clear to you? Send me a thumbs up. Are you there, guys? Right. Okay, nice. Next one. Selling goods to Kamal 40,000 on credit basis. In here, there's the invoice number, right? 501. In here, it's 501. Invoice number 501. It's 501. In here, secondly, selling goods to Kamal 40,000 on credit basis. Invoice number 703. In here, no any mention whether this is a credit basis or cash basis, but we can get an idea why. So in here, invoice number means purchase invoice and sales invoice. Clear? Invoice number means it's a credit basis transaction. Clear? Right? So selling goods to Kamal 40,000. So number 2, uh, invoice number 703, right? Kamal. How much is the amount, guys? Rupees 40,000. When you deduct trade discount, 10%, which means 4,000. So the selling price is 36,000. So on the same date, we need to open data creditor sum, debtor summon. Number 2, write it as sales. It's rupees 36,000. Number 3, purchasing goods from someone on cash basis. If it is on cash basis, clear? So cash book credit, purchase account debit. Understand? So how much? No, we don't care about the name. ආගෙන්ද ගත්ත කියලා වැඩක් නැහැ. Cash basis නම් cash book credit, purchase account debit. Easy, clear to you? Right? So 7,000. Number 3. So we need 2 accounts. This is a purchase account. In here, sales account. Number 3, it's rupees how much, guys? Number 3, it's rupees 7,000. So cash book credit 7,000. Number 3, you can write purchase. Now it's on cash basis. Oh no. It can't. So purchase account debit. Number 3, cash book rupees 7. Right? Goods sold to Kamal on cash basis 40,000 same. If it is on cash basis, cash book debit. Number 4, sales account credit. We don't care about the name. Number 4, sales account credit. Right. So purchasing goods from Amal 90,000, invoice number 30. So it's invoice number means it's on credit basis, right? No any discounts, 90,000. So purchase account, it's number 5. You can write Invoice number, what is the invoice number? 30. 30. Amal, it's rupees, how much? Guys, turn on the videos. 90, right? It's 90, right? Others, are you there, guys? Right? Okay. So you can open a creditor account, creditor Amal. Amal. Credit the creditor Amal account, 90,000, right? Uh, Number 5, you can write purchase at the end of the month. We debit the purchase account. Okay. Now what you need to do, දැන් මේ මේක ලියු නැත්නම් ලකුණක් අඩු කරනවා exam. මොකද්ද? 99,000 at the end of the month end date debited to purchase account. Quickly go to the purchase account, debit the purchase account as creditors. Rupees 99,000. We already credited to creditors 90,000 and 9,000. Clear? Already done. Next one, sales account, sales journal. So how much? 36,000. So you need to write at the end of the month, credited to sales account. So at the end of the month, quickly go to the sales account. You can write debtors rupees 36,000. Already debited to the debtors account. Okay. Once you finish, raise your hands and turn on the videos. I want to see Kameen, Tarusha, Seya. Are you there, guys? Only another few minutes. Only we need to do the general journal. Now everything done. Because I want to give you the big clear knowledge. That's why I'm doing everything. Done. So can't you show me the upper part? Upper part means this one, right? The debtor name should be Kamal in ledger account, right? Yeah, debtor Kamal, right? Yeah, debtor. Yeah, debtor. This is debtor Kamal, lah. Sorry, not Saman. Debtor Kamal. Debtor Kamal. Correct it as debtor Kamal, right? Saman and Kamal. Are you there? So cash book is the cash book. Done. Sigma, ion, and done, right? These are the ledger account. Okay, now write this final topic, general journal. General journal. General journal. ඔබාන කට්ටිය ඉන්නවාද කියලා? වීඩියෝ ඔන් කරගම් බලන්න හැමෝම. දැන් නිදිත් දන්නේ නැහැ. Tarush, Shreya and Sip. Sorry, Sip means here. Tarush, Shreya and Ayod. No? Ayod කාගෙද ගිටාර එක? කාගෙද? රින් ඕනේ නැහැ. දැන් හරි දැන් ඔරේ යවුනා සින්දු කියන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් දන්නවා සින්දු කියන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. And Tarush and Shreya, what is the time now? Are you there? What is the time?
Yes. 7:30.
7:30. Early morning, right? Now in here 11:52.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Schools නැද්ද? නිවාඩු. School නැද්ද නිවාඩු? කොලේ නැද්ද? නිවාඩු. Right. එතකොට මේ නාද මේක විතරයි තින්නේ. Give me only 15 minutes, right? It's enough, right? So you need to know the better knowledge about general journal. Okay, you know when it comes to general journal, we record the other transactions. Can you remember, right? Which we can't record in cash book, petty cash book, bank account, and purchase sales journal, right? So this is also not performing dual function. So the both double entry should be recorded in ledger. Clear? So can you tell me the what are the transactions which we record in general journal? What are the transactions?
Credit purchase of non-current assets.
Yeah, owners goods drawings.
Goods
Yeah, credit purchase of
drawings.
non-current assets. Understand? For the business usage. Credit sales of non-current assets.
Error correction.
Yeah, which help for the business usage, and error correction entries and the adjustment entries. Clear? So these are the transactions which we record in general journal, right? Okay, quickly write two bullet points. Record transaction which cannot record in other prime entry books. Perform only prime entry book function. Okay. So what are the transactions to right? Then and what are the transactions which we record in here. Okay. So owners goods drawings, owners goods drawings. Next one, purchasing non-current assets only on cash basis, right? Is it clear to you? Right? On credit basis, only on credit basis, right? Purchasing non-current assets on credit basis for the business business usage. Selling non-current assets on credit basis, which held for the business usage. For business usage, then next one, error correction entries. Next one, adjustment entry. Okay, so I'm giving you only 2-3 transactions, then we can wind up, right? So write this example. Before that, quickly write this and raise your hands. I'm giving you 3 examples. Okay. So Ayon, have you finished? You want it?
Oh,
Balam was. Okay. Now I'm going to give you 3 things, right? Okay. Write these examples. So you have to write it and tell it to me, right? First one, owner's goods drawing 10,000. Owner's goods drawings rupees 10,000. Number 2, purchasing a motor vehicle for the business use from ABC business on credit. Number 3, selling furnitures to a PQR business uh, which held for the business use on credit basis rupees 300. Okay, so these are the transactions which you need to record in general journal. So I think you can remember the format. First of all, can you tell me the format? Date, voucher number, then description,
Description,
LF,
debit credit, ledger,
debit and credits. Understand? Okay. So right. So these are the, this is the format. Date, voucher number, description, so general journal, date, journal voucher number, description, ledger page, debit and credit. So in here, first one, owners goods drawing 10,000. I think you can remember the double entry. So what is the double entry? Goods drawing double entry. Eh, goods drawing double entry. Purchase account credit. Clear? So drawings account debit. Drawings account debit. It's rupees 10,000. And purchase account credit rupees 10,000. So you can write the narration. We call this one as what? Narration. To record one transaction, we need 4 lines. Can you remember? Right? So recorded owners goods drawings. How much? Rupees 10,000. Done. Number 2. So in next one, I want the double limit. Now motor vehicle for the business usage from ABC business on credit basis. So ABC account debit or credit, right? So we identify them as a liability. They are not creditors, right? Creditors are the one who's selling trade goods on credit basis to our business. Clear? Which means we purchase trade goods from creditors on credit basis. In here, this is not trade goods. These are what? Non-current assets. Clear? So we identify them as a long-term liability. Clear? So motor vehicle account debit, how much? No any amount, right? So write it as like 500,000. Motor vehicle account debit 500,000. Can you remember the format? Motor vehicle account debit 500,000. You know, when we are writing the debit entry, we need to write debit at the end of the description column, right? And also when you are writing the credit entry, just keep space, right? ABC business, this is a liability, 500,000. You can write the narration. Recorded purchasing motor vehicle on credit basis from ABC. Okay, final one. Final one. So number 3, selling furniture, right, to PQR on credit basis 300,000, right? So number 3, when we sell furniture to a business, we identify that business is on credit basis as an asset, right? So we identify them as an asset. So it's a non-current assets. Clear? So PQR business, they are not debtors. PQR business debit how much? 300,000. Furniture account credit count credit 300,000. Within brackets you can write uh, this is the narration. Recorded selling furniture to PQR business on credit. Clear? Okay, right? No, we don't balance this one. So no, you can't balance it, right? No, we are not balancing this. Like just only this is writing part. Okay, finish up here and raise your hands. Any other questions? So I cannot on right. I say okay. Once you finish, raise your hands. Seya and Kavin. Once you finish. Run. Done? Okay. Okay, guys, turn on the videos, and now this is the end of the full discussion in primary books, right? So I did everything, right? So now next Tuesday, what I'm going to, I think next Tuesday I'm going to do 2 to 4 session. Uh, Statement of production cost and investment past papers, clear, right? So 10 to 12 session, 5 minute book past papers, right? So everything in the group, I send you the questions relevant to these 2 sessions, clear? So better if you do it before that, and then you can check the answers when I'm discussing, clear? So now then next month we can start the financial statements, and only one thing pending in grade 10: bank reconciliation, error correction, and the trial balance, clear? So let's meet on this Tuesday. Since sometimes whether you are having exams, make sure to join for the classes, right? I know 2 to 4 session is hard, but try to join at least 10 to 12 sessions, right? Then 2 to 4 session you can watch the recording, right? So let's meet on this Tuesday. Thank you for the participation, and stay blessed. Sarnay, God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you.